Alright, so let's just jump on into this video. So the title of today's video is, should I get a coilover lift or a full-on bracket lift? And the vehicle we're talking about today is a Toyota Tundra. Now, this is actually pretty universal though. It pretty much goes for any truck or SUV out there. Should I get a coilover lift or a full-on bracket 6-inch lift? 6s are my favorites. I really like the 7-inch lift, also the BDS for the Tundra. It's a beautiful lift. I would get that in a heartbeat. But the topic is coilover or 6-inch lift. Now, I was faced with this dilemma recently, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background on the whole thing, and then I'll tell you what my answer is. So, a couple years ago, I decided I'm done with car payments. I've had vehicle payments before, and that is no fun. I just am done with that. I don't want to go down that road anymore. So, I think in 2015, I paid off my 2012 FJ Cruiser. I owned an FJ Cruiser, and it was tastefully modded. I absolutely loved that thing. It was an iceberg edition, so it was all white. I'm not huge on the blue with the white top, unless you have one out there. Somebody has one out there. That's a cool vehicle for you, but just not for me. And then I found out we're having another kid, so I sold the FJ Cruiser, and the vehicle I wanted at the time was a 4Runner with a V8. Now they offered that 2003 to 09, but for 05, like you've heard me mention in the case of our Sequoia before, it gets the variable valve timing engine and a different transmission. So I found an incredible deal on an 05 4Runner. It's down in LA though. I'm coming from Santa Cruz, so it's like 7 hours down south. Original owner, 62,000 miles on an 05 4Runner. I drive all the way down there, pick it up, bring it home. It's silver, it's gorgeous. I did a small lift and did some VFG KO2s on a 20-inch factory 4Runner wheel. I absolutely love that 4Runner, the way it sounded, the lightweight with the V8 in there. It's just a winning combo. But where my heart was always at is a CrewMax Tundra. I knew I wanted a CrewMax Tundra. I knew I wanted one in 07 when they first came out. Now, granted, you could get full 4 doors in a 456 Tundra in the first generation model, but I never really liked that model, despite buying one brand new back in 01. Sevens came out, and it was the first time a true full-size 4-wheel drive Toyota Tundra was here. I knew I wanted one, and so I thought to myself, you know what, if I can sell this 4Runner, probably get $15,000 cash, I'll put in a bit of money, $5,000, and then I'll go buy one for like 20 grand, and I'll own it. And I said, I don't care what year it is. I don't even care if it's 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Again, if somebody asked me my advice, don't get a 4-wheel drive for resale value. It's just better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But I wasn't really picky. I just knew I wanted a Tundra CrewMax. But as soon as I sold the 4Runner, I decided I was going to be a little picky about it. So I actually put in $10,000 more. My budget was $25,000 cash. And I knew at that point I wanted a 2010 or newer. There's a few differences, headlights, taillights, grille, just some minor tweaks. But I knew I wanted a 10 and newer. We'll get into the differences later, because there actually are a few. So this little thing led me to Dublin Toyota, and I don't have anything good to say about that dealership. You know, it's the nature of the beast with the old dealership, but there was just some strange stuff that happened there. But in the end, I got the vehicle I wanted. We drove up there, and they had a 2012 certified used white. It appeared to be museum quality. Now, of course, over the next few weeks, I found some, small wear and tear issues in the vehicle, but it was really clean. I think it was female owned. It smelled like a woman inside, and the presets on the stereo, on the Bluetooth, were all women's names with a women's voice. And I don't think the thing even ever was on a gravel road. I think it's just driven to work and back. But 82,000 miles, that's a little steep for me, but it was what I wanted. And so I bought the truck, took it home. I couldn't be happier. Mission accomplished. I got my white CrewMax. I own it. It's a 2012. About a week later, I am tired of looking at it with the factory Toyota rake that they have on these things. The front end is like 2 inches lower than the back. I can't stand that look. So at that point, I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to lift it and do the wheels and tires, and I'm going to do it right. I knew I wanted a 6-inch lift. I knew I wanted to do 35s. Also, I'm a little old school. I'm from a place where in the late 90s, early 2000s, when I first started lifting trucks, we used to do like 15, 16-inch weld Typhoon or weld super single wheels with super swampers or Mickey Thompson Baja belteds. But nowadays, you know, people are doing the 20 by 12s, 22 by 14. So I knew I wanted to dabble with that look. So I was going to do a 20 by 12 with a 33-12-5 on a 6-inch lift. And I started pricing it out and getting real serious about it, and learned very quick that this was going to be really expensive. Now, that wouldn't be a problem, but like I said, I just had a kid. I got a lot of stuff going on at home. I just spent 25,000 bucks on a truck. So the last thing I need to be doing is going out and spending a ton of money on this lift and wheels and tires. So I settled, and I decided to go with some coilovers. It was apparent really quick that Fox or Toytec, the Toytec bosses, these are quality. So I ordered up some Toytec Boss coilovers, ordered 33-12-5 mud tires with some 20 by 12s, and all that stuff's on its way. And I decided that I was going to crank the coils up to about 4 inches. Now, again, I wouldn't recommend this to somebody else. If somebody just said, hey, should I crank the coils up on my Tundra? I'd say no. But a couple things. I had access to a shop if I wanted to lower them down. I was pretty sure the 33s were going to rub pretty bad, so I thought I'll get them on. I'll get the coils high and then adjust them accordingly. And then also the truck has 82,000 miles. I own it, so it's okay to mess around with it. I don't know about, you know, really messing up a truck where you owe a ton of money on it, but I owned it, so I did it. I cranked the coils up a little bit, and you know what's weird? About 2 years later, I've never changed them. They're incredible, perform incredible. I have nothing but good things to say about the Toytec Boss lift. Its performance has been perfect, and I've thrown some crazy stuff at it, and it just takes whatever you can do. But to answer the title of this video, get the 6-inch lift, get the bracket lift, don't do the coilover lift. I did make a mistake. I do regret it. I would love to have the option to jump up to a 35 or even 37, or there's a ton of things I'd like to do. And with this coilover lift, I'm pretty stuck. I'm pretty stuck with a certain wheel and tire size that I have to stay under. And you know, the truck's really big on its own, but sometimes when you're around other trucks, you know, with bigger lifts and wheels and tires, it looks a little small. So it'd be nice to be a little bit bigger on that end also. And the gas mileage is so terrible as it is that I don't think it would even matter going up more. You might as well just go for it at a certain point. So to answer the question, just get the 6-inch lift, 7-inch lift, 12-inch lift, whatever. Just do the lift right the first time. I think a lot of people go get the spacers and then go get the coilovers and then finally do a lift. And you know what, if that's the way you want to do it and it's a learning experience and you're wrenching and doing it on your own, then that's totally cool. But for me, I would say just go do the lift right the first time and move on with your life, and that's that. So the big question you're asking yourself is, why don't you take this lift off? Why don't you take the coilovers off and put on the bracket lift? And the answer to that is no, I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to go get a 2021 CrewMax when they come out. Mark my words. If there's no other reason to subscribe to my channel, it's to see if I'm going to be true to what I'm telling you right now. As soon as the 2021 CrewMax has hit the lot, I'm going to go buy one. I usually don't recommend getting the first model year of any vehicle that comes out, but Toyota usually gets it right, and I'm going to go get one. I'm getting 2021. I look forward to the new drivetrain, engines, transmissions. You know, knowing Toyota, they probably won't even change a damn thing. The 5.7 and the 6-speed they got in here, they've been running it for 14 years. It's completely bulletproof. I hope they do change up some stuff, but I'm going to go get a new CrewMax right when they come out, and I'm going to do the 7-inch VDS lift and either do 35s or 37s. I'm just going to do it, just get it over with. I'm looking forward to it. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, if you're on the fence about what to get, go get the 6-inch lift. The Tundra's look incredible with it. Rock 35s. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Throw a like in there, subscribe if you have not, and stay tuned for more content. All right, have a good rest of the day.